Good morning, friends. Welcome to our Godly Play classroom. If we look over at our church calendar, you can see that we are still in that season of Easter. The celebration of Easter takes so much time because the mystery is so big and beautiful. The one who is the mystery of Easter came to this earth and gave his life so that we could all come close to God. And people followed him, but they were not sure who he was. And so one day they asked him, "Who are you?" And he said, "I am the light." And we have that light with us when we gather and get ready for our story. So I hope you'll join me in getting ready. Get comfortable. We'll take 3 deep breaths to help us get ready. Are you ready? Last week, we learned about a man named Saul who changed his name to Paul. He had an experience with the light. The voice of Jesus knocked Paul down and changed his life. And Paul knew that he was to travel from place to place and tell everyone about the love of God and what the love of God could do for their lives. Now, Paul did not travel alone. He often had friends with him. And in this story, he was traveling with a friend named Silas. Paul and Silas went to a Roman city. And there, Silas and Paul told the people about Jesus and who Jesus was and what Jesus had done. But some of the people were not excited about what Paul and Silas were telling them. They did not want to love everyone. They did not want to follow Jesus. And they were so angry at Paul and Silas that they grabbed them and they took them to the authorities. And they said, "These people are causing a problem. They are disrupting our city." And so the authorities of the city threw Silas and Paul into jail. I wonder how Paul and Silas felt in jail. I wonder if they started to blame each other for it. I know that they were having a really bad day. They couldn't sleep. I wonder what you do when you are having a really, really bad day, when it seems like everyone is against you. Paul and Silas did something very interesting. In this very dark part of the night, when they couldn't sleep and everything seemed to go against them, Paul and Silas started singing. They started singing songs like we do at church. They started to praise and worship God. And everyone in the jail could hear them praying and singing. And even in that darkest moment, they knew that God was with them. Suddenly, there was an earthquake, and the bars of the jail broke. The doors swung open, the chains fell off. The jail guard woke up because of the noise. And the jail guard ran in, thinking that all of the prisoners would run and escape, and he would be responsible and be in a lot of trouble. But Paul shouted out, "It's okay. We're all here." The guard fell down at the feet of Paul and Silas. He recognized that there was something very different about them. They had something that he needed. Paul and Silas had the peace of God in them. And so the guard said, "What can I do?" And Paul and Silas told him about Jesus and how God loves everyone. The prison guard took Paul and Silas to his own home. He gave them food to eat, and he gave them something to drink, and he took care of them. The jail guard was so excited about what Paul and Silas were saying that the whole family wanted to be baptized. And so Paul and Silas baptized the guard and his whole family. In the morning, the authorities had no choice, but they had to release Paul and Silas. And so they were able to leave and to go on their way. And do you know what they did next? They went to their friend Lydia's home and spent time with their community. I wonder what you do when you feel afraid and alone and like everything is against you. I wonder how we can be brave, like Paul and Silas were brave in the jail. I wonder what your favorite part of this story is. I wonder what is the most important part of this story. I wonder if we are somewhere in this story. Well, now it's time to change the light. The light of Jesus is not just a long time ago or just in the Bible. Paul and Silas carried that light with them and shared it with others, and we get to do the same thing. So when I change the light here, we remember that it's not gone, but that we have the light of Jesus with us wherever we go.